Hey everybody, it's Kate Beeders. Welcome. I've got a really cool training for you. And if you are here, or um, let me know you're here. So I can, and also let me know who's here. Let me know that you can hear me okay before I dive into the training. Um, so let's see. Let me make sure everybody can hear me okay. Okay, so let's see if you can hear me. Can you let me know? I'm just going to be looking to see. If you're here, let me know. I see a couple of people on here. Just let me know that you can hear me okay. Just always like to double check. So, hi, Michelle. Can you just let me know, someone let me know that you're hearing me okay? Give me a like or a heart or something just so I know that everybody can hear me okay. Nobody's responding. Can you guys hear me? Oh, great, Michelle, you hear me. Okay, awesome. Um, Thank you. Oh, good. I'm getting some likes and all that kind of stuff. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just always like to double check because every now and then I've had it happen where I've got this really amazing training to teach and I go through the whole thing and it's like great and I'm animated and sharing all this great information and then I find out nobody can hear me. So I want to make sure that's not happening. So thank you very much for letting me know that. I'm really happy to be here. And let me know who's here. Say hi. Let me know where you're from. I'm in Boston, and we've got a really gorgeous sunny day here for this training. Cheryl, thank you for telling me you can hear me. And everybody, you might want to get a pen and paper. I've got some really great stuff to teach you, so you may want to be taking some notes as we're going through it. And anything I say, you know, one thing I'll share with you is that when you're teaching over Facebook Live, it's one thing when you're teaching in front of a live audience that people are all excited and you see their faces and all that stuff, or you can see when they're confused or see when they're totally getting it. When you're doing Facebook Live, you can't tell that. So please, I will be checking. I'll be putting my glasses on throughout the training to see, what comments. So if something is making sense, please do a heart or a like, or, let me know so that it's totally connecting with you guys. If you're confused about something, that's one of the reasons I wanted to make time for Q&A. So there will be time for Q&A, at the end. So, please put comments, do likes, do hearts, share with your community, because this training is so powerful. Okay, great. Oh, so I see we got people from all over the place, California, London, all over. So again, welcome everybody. This is a really cool training. Hey, Ashley, how are you? Nice to see you again. I just had the opportunity to work with Ashley and she's awesome. So I'm happy to have you here so you can hear some more of my training. And again, please share this. This is really, really cool that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So do likes, do hearts, all that kind of stuff, and let me know. So today we're talking about sales conversations. And I want to share with you that one of the reasons I really like teaching this is that, I speak on stages all over North America and go to lots of networking events and I connect with people and I'm involved in lots of different groups. And the big thing I keep hearing over and over again is people saying, geez, I wish I had more clients, which ultimately they're saying too is I wish I had more, was making more money. And what I find is that, it's great. You can do all these things like webinars or update your logo or do a new website or all sorts of cool stuff like that. Do new photos, change your copy, all those kinds of things are all really great things to do. But honestly, to increase the amount of clients that you're helping and you increase your income, we all know that expression, the most direct and fastest path is between the direct line between 2 points, right? If you kind of go like all over this place or like this, it's going to take you forever to get there. And I find that when people understand the sales process, it makes it a whole lot easier to get from where you are to where you want to be faster, easier, less stressful, less everything. It just makes it easier for you. I'm not saying those other things aren't good. They're great, but you got to know how to sell, because otherwise you could have the best logo in the world, but if nobody knows about you, you become the best kept secret. And so I want to teach you some really teach you some really, really great things about sales conversations to make your enrollment process that much easier, more efficient, more comfortable, and all that kind of stuff. So again, if you're just joining, please say hi. Let me know who's here. Hi, Kiana. Nice to see you again. Congratulations on all your successes. So, you know, I want to just call it straight out that I know for a fact most people hate sales. They kind of avoid it like the plague. Often people, their heads start spinning around when I even mention the word. They get all goofy looking, or they're, you know, whatever. They're just so totally uncomfortable with sales. And so one of my things that I really want to do, one of my missions, is really to make you more comfortable. Oh, thank you. My face is blurring out. Oh, I hope it's coming back again. Because I don't really want a blurred face. Is it better? I bet it's the internet. That's what I'm kind of thinking. The internet must be kind of wacky. Let me know if it's better and if you can hear me okay. So anyways, I understand that most people, oh good, it's better. Okay, that most people avoid it. And honestly, I'm a bit of a shy introvert, and only, thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, it is the internet. Thank you, Cheryl. I know that most people are kind of like me, that nobody really became an entrepreneur because it's like, woohoo, I get to sell to people. I mean, if you did, you know, let me know. But are most of you like me, that you went into becoming an entrepreneur because you're really passionate and excited about something you felt like an expert in? And if that resonates, can you do a like? And my internet is still showing on, so there's clear now. Yeah, I don't know. It's noontime here. Maybe Comcast Xfinity's having a rush. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, I'm happy to repeat anything that gets missed. So good, I'm seeing hearts, likes, and all that kind of stuff. So I want to make you more comfortable with that. So what I always do whenever I speak to any group, whether it's a teaching like this, whether it's going to be like at my upcoming live event, whether it's an interview, however I'm speaking, I always set 4 intentions. And the first is to give you the content you came for, right? That's critical. That's why you're here. And today we're talking about the do's and don'ts of sales conversations. So I'm planning on teaching you that. The second intention I always have is bringing you into a bigger community of like-minded people. And, you know, already on this Facebook Live, you know, you're with people who want to learn the same thing as you do. So that kind of increases the power of your knowledge. The third is to open up the doors of possibilities. So what that means is that right now you're here. I know that if I teach you how to master sales and you're able to go here, what new can happen for you? You know, and feel free to post on the floor on this Facebook thread things that you know could happen. I mean, the thing I know is that, A, if you're making more money, you know, maybe you have a bigger home, maybe you do home improvements, maybe you can do more for your family, maybe it's more resources for your business. Oh, Kirsten, I'm grateful to be connected to you too. You know, all the things that you can do for you personal life, more vacations, things that you can do for your family, all these things that are really important. As well as if you're one of these people that, let's say you're a healer and you're really just coming from your heart and the money's not that important to you, the fact is, if you understand how to get more people to say yes, you're making that much more impact. So even for getting the money, make more money and give it away. Then if you don't like money, give it, that's fine, give it away. Give it to me, give it to somebody else. Give it to the community, start a nonprofit or donate to your favorite organization. But understand that that's part of getting more people to say yes, because otherwise you've just become this big secret. So I want to open up the doors of possibilities of what you can actually do by learning how to get more people to say yes. And the last thing is that, you know, this is a Facebook Live training. It's a short training. Internet comes in and comes out, you know, as we're seeing right that today. And so there are 2 things I want to share with you. Is that one, that I want to invite you to my upcoming event, Conversations to Clients Live, and the details are at conversationstoclientslive.com. And you can go to that page, you can get the details. But I just want to share with you because I know there's just so many parts and pieces to the whole sales process. I'm teaching you one really critical part, but there's a whole lot more. And so, you know, for those of you who want to get more, if you go to conversationstoclientslive.com, you can learn more about it. So what I'm teaching you about today is the 25 do's and don'ts. And I do have a free gift for live listeners. And if you go to, I want to make sure I give you the URL correctly. If you go to katebeeders.com, info25DD. That's katebeeders.com, info25DD. And what that's going to get you is a downloadable version of this, which is the 25 do's and don'ts. Now I have to tell you, Michelle and my team, I gave her the content. She made it look pretty. And I think she did an awesome job. So I actually brought it to, oh, thank you, Michelle. You posted it. Thank you. I actually got it laminated because I thought it looked awesome. I spent a few bucks. So you guys might want to do that too once you download it. You might want to also bring it to Staples or your copy store or any place, you know, that you can do it. And that way you always have it as a resource. So again, that's katebeeders.com/info 25DD. DD stands for do's and don'ts. How's that? So, oh, good. I'm getting some likes. If anyone else is about to download, do a like, do a heart. Let me know that you can do it. Good. I'm seeing some hearts. Awesome. So a little bit about me, if you're new to me, to my community, is that I am basically a shy introvert. It's like a really powerful coach to get me to be able to do stuff like this. If there are any other shy introverts on here, let me know. And so when I first went into sales, it was, oh good, I'm seeing likes and hearts. Oh my gosh, it was so uncomfortable because I had to literally like knock on, I'm not lying, I had to like knock on people's doors. Some days I was cold calling, making like 100, 200 calls a day. Do you know how many times I got hung up on? A lot in the beginning. Yeah, thanks, Kiana. Yeah. And I mean, and when you're not comfortable with this, oh, good, Julia. Yeah, you too. So when you're not comfortable with this, it's very, you kind of sit there and it's this hard thing because here you are, you're really, really good at what you do, but yet no one ever told you, you don't just get certifications or get your degrees. You have to know how to be able to have a conversation with people. So they sit there and go like, yeah, I really get that. Yes, I want to work with you. Yes, I think this is amazing. Yes, I know you can help me. They don't teach you that. They just don't teach you that. And so I had to learn to do that. And when I was in corporate doing business development, much like an entrepreneur, I started with a list of zero. Like when you start your own business, right? You know, no one ever, unless you're buying someone else's business, you don't have a list. And I had to learn how to do this. I made lots of mistakes. Initially, I thought it would be super easy. But instead, I made lots of mistakes. And as a result, I was super uncomfortable. I gave it away. I did discounts. I did trades. Does that resonate with anybody? Do likes or hearts if you did the same or were doing the same? Because I just didn't want to talk about money. I took it so personally. If somebody said no, I just felt like they were just like shooting an arrow in my heart, right? It just was so uncomfortable. So if anyone else has ever done trades, discounts, or given it away, please do. Good. I'm seeing some hearts and all that. And the truth is that unless, okay, Michelle, yeah, thank you. Yep, Gina saying no more trades. So unless you either have a sugar daddy, which I don't have, I wish, I will be totally honest, I wish I would have had one in those days. It would have definitely made things easier, but no sugar daddy. I'm not independently wealthy. I'm not a lottery ticket winner. I had to go learn how to do this. Otherwise, I could have lost my home. And my girl, let me see, you can kind of see her. She's kind of sleeping. I'll show you her. There she is, my little girl sleeping next to me. She likes to eat. In fact, she likes to eat at least 3 times a day. So I had to figure something out because otherwise I could lose all this. And, you know, as a sole supporter, it was really, really critical. So, you know, I got the support I needed. I got coaches. I figured things out. I figured what worked, what didn't work. And I stopped giving it away. I stopped doing trades. I stopped doing discounts. And as a result, I was able through sales conversations, hit 6 figures in the beginning of year 2, which is, so I'm just looking at Kiana's comment, like I surely don't want a sugar daddy. You know, I'm just laughing because I was so desperate in those days. I would have been like, please give me some money. But, you know, it was just really tough, but I figured it out and I learned how to do that. And as a result, I was able to make 6 figures at the beginning of year 2. Over the years, my business is now about 7.5 years old. My income has dramatically increased each year. And not only that, it's a very profitable business, which is very unusual for entrepreneurs. My coach actually inaugurated me into the 5% club. And what that means is that most entrepreneurs don't make enough money. And the ones who are making money, who might brag about it and all that, they don't have any profit. So I've done both. And so she said there's only 5% of entrepreneurs that actually do that. So I've done that. So because of that, I've learned how to do it myself. And I've learned how to teach that to thousands of clients all over the world. So the thing I do know about sales is that when you're able to do this, when you're able to really understand the process, you're in control of your own income. So what that means is that when there's something really cool that you want to do, so it could be something really cool and exciting. Maybe there's a trip somewhere. Maybe there's a resource you want to hire. Maybe something for your house. Whatever it is, all you need to do is go out and get new clients. Or on the flip side, if it's an emergency, you need a new refrigerator, you need something new for your car, tires, whatever. All you have to do is go out and get someone to say yes. And that puts you in a place of power instead of a place of being like a victim, okay? Is everyone getting that? Can I see some hearts and likes? And Ashley, I see you're so there. Yep, it's absolutely true. Most entrepreneurs are. And that's why I like to teach it, to break it down. So again, if you're just joining, you can get your free gift, katebeeders.com, info 25DD, and you'll get to download one of these. So what I want to do today is, those of you who know me, I teach, in my teaching, I teach marketing strategies, I pull in tapping, I pull in laws of attraction. I'm now also pulling in neuroscience, which is like phenomenal. And what I am doing is, because of that, I want to teach using some of those principles, which means even though there's 25 do's and don'ts, what I'm going to do today, knowing how the mind works, is I'm not going to load all 25 on you today. I'm going to give you the do's today. And then next week, Tuesday, same time, I'm going to do the don'ts. All right? Because I understand that the brain cannot comprehend all this stuff. And if I just quick load it, it's almost like someone just kind of going, bleh, and just giving you all this stuff. I want you to be able to walk away. And even if you only get one of those principles, that it's going to make a difference for you. Okay? So we're doing the 25 do's and don'ts. And what I'm going to do is just to get you guys to kind of focus in a little. Isn't this cool? So I want everybody to take a nice big yawn, okay? Nice big yawn, because I want to get you kind of nice and centered to what I'm going to teach you. Oops, my bowl is rocking there. And do one of those like nice ones, go, oh, like that, where you're kind of just like stretching and feel yourself expand, like your fingers expand and your toes expand, almost like you're making yourself bigger and larger, okay? And making yourself really present so you can take in this information, because it's really important, okay? So number one, the number one is, and I'm just looking at my stuff because I want to make sure I've got everything, my notes here. I spent a lot of time preparing for all this. Number one for the do's is, and I'm just going to read it to you off of this, is prepare to show up confident, authentic, energized, and grounded. So what is important for you to take away about this is that two things. One is people get, because of people's thoughts and fears around the sales process and the beliefs they have on in their head, all that kind of stuff, that what they do is they get scared. And instead of coming from a place of confidence, instead they're very fear-based. And the truth is that nobody wants to sign up and buy your programs, products, or services if you're fear-based. Instead, they want to show up with somebody who's confident and energized. I don't mean like you're like a clown or a dancer or anything. I mean, unless that's your business, but just that you're like, you're there, you're present. And the other part about being grounded, and this is really, really critical, this has to do with laws of attraction, is that if you are really desperate about needing that sale, it's like, I've got to get this, I've got to get it. I need someone to say yes because I got bills to pay. I can almost guarantee you that that person's going to say no, because your energy is not how you're coming across. So you want to be grounded in knowing that you are going to be safe, whether that person says yes to you or that person says no to you, that you will be safe. Okay, that's really critical to know, to feel in your whole inner being. And if these are resonating with you, do likes, do hearts. If you've got questions, put your questions in and I'll come back at the end, circle back around and answer questions. Okay. The next one, number two, is take control of the conversation from the beginning. Now, this is really critical because entrepreneurs, even whether you are an introvert or whether you are very social, most of us, we are a bit of connectors. We like to talk. So if you are having a conversation and, oh, Gene, I see your question. I'll come back and answer that at the end. If you are too social in the beginning, then you've lost you have not taken control of the conversation. It's like, hey, how are you? What's going on? What about this? What about that? How are your kids? Oh, I saw on Facebook you posted this. Congratulations. What do you think the weather's going to do this weekend? Well, you're kind of like all chit-chatty, and you're not taking control. You're not taking ownership. And you want to be able to take ownership, so right away, that person knows that you're there to do business. You're not there to chit-chat. If you're having a sales conversation with somebody, you are not there to chit-chat. You aren't. That's another time. Have chit-chat at another time, right? You can book a call. Let's have chit-chat later. But this time, and anyone who's ever had a sales conversation with me knows, I jump in and get right to the point, because that's why you're there. None of us have time to kind of kill and waste. Third one is establish boundaries. And if you're joining us late, I just want to tell you, you can go to katebeeders.com/info25DD, and you can download one of these. It's got the do's and don'ts, and you can be like me and laminate it too. So number 3 is establish boundaries. And that's really important because, again, if the person is all over the place during the conversation, you lose your role as being the authority and being the expert. So what I mean by that, I guess good, I see some hearts, so it's resonating with people. So what I'm talking about with that is that a lot of times I do a lot of these conversations, and person will start talking about this thing, and they're talking about that thing, and I have to pull them back in. And sometimes I only need to do it once. Other times I have to do it many, many times. If I don't continuously do it, that conversation is like watching a squirrel. It's just like all over the place. You can't get someone to say yes if that person either in front of you or at the other end of the phone is like all over the place. Well, it's not going to happen. You got to know how to pull them back in, establish those boundaries so they know exactly what's going on. Oh, good. I'm seeing some smileys and all that. Hey, these things are critical. I'm telling you, these things, they make common sense as I'm saying them to you, but I will guarantee you most of you are not doing these, or if you are, you're only doing 1 or 2. And that's why I'm sharing 25 of my best ones. Okay, number 4 is show up from a place of integrity. So this is really, really critical because a lot of times, we're helpers, we're healers, we're transformational people, we're artists, whatever the heck it is we do, and we just want to help people. So very often what happens is people will say like, yep, I can help you with this, yep, I can help you with that, or yep, we do it this way or whatever. And if that's not what you really do, or that's not something you feel really comfortable with, just be honest with the person. So let's say, for example, if somebody when I teach marketing strategies with mindset, and I found that so critical because if I just teach you marketing strategies, most of you are going to either walk away from that coaching session or leave the event or leave my retreat, whatever, and it's going to be like the head nod and you're not going to be doing anything different. I want you to get the transformation. I'm known for results. So I straight out tell people that I combine both the marketing strategies, and how do I make this thing go off? Let me just turn this thing off. Sorry, it's got its own mind. There we go. Okay. I combine both these things together. And by letting people know why I do it and that I do it, that way they understand and that I'm coming from my place of integrity, that this is how I work. If I said to them, if they said, oh no, I don't want anything with mindset, I tried that in the beginning and people just did not get the same results. So authenticity to me is letting people know exactly how you work and how you don't work. And also too, if it's something you're not willing to do, tell them. I mean, in the beginning, I help people with pretty much everything when I first started out because I used, the tapping and all that, the really powerful mindset technique. And then I realized, I don't really like helping people with quitting smoking. And I don't really like helping people with this thing or that thing. So nowadays, if someone comes to me and it's on those things I don't like to help people with, I just straight out tell them, I'm not the best person. It's not my expertise. It doesn't light me up. But I know this perfect, these people who can help you do it. So own what you like and own how you work, okay? So that is number 4. Number 5, and again, if these things are resonating, do likes, do hearts, and if you've got questions, post them like Gina did, and I'll come back at the end and answer them. So number 5 is listen, because, and I put in here, like, remember, we've got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so use them accordingly. I can't tell you how many sales conversations I have been on as the recipient, and all the people do is bop, 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 bop. They don't know anything about me. They don't know anything about how I work. They don't know anything about what's important to me. They don't know anything about my fears and doubts. None of that. They don't know anything at all about me because they're so busy, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So what I want you to think about is how often are you doing that? And maybe it's out of nervousness, because often people do it out of nervousness. It's like, oh no, they can't just be quiet. So I'm going to just talk about me and how I do this and how I do that. Okay? So again, you got 2 ears, 1 mouth, use them accordingly. Number 6, connect with your prospect and enjoy it. So again, that's about being really comfortable with the whole process, because it's all about know, like, and trust. Ideally, it's wonderful if people will say yes to you like immediately, like, yes, here's my credit card, sign me up. Sometimes it might be 3-6 months before they say yes, or maybe they refer you to their best friend. Maybe they suggest you, recommend you for something else. So you've got to make that connection. You've got to be able to like breathe and relax and enjoy. Because if that person feels you connected with them, you know, there's an expression by Maya Angelou. It says, people will forget what you said, but they remember how you made them feel. So if that person has warm and fuzzies about you, they're going to remember that. And that may go a lot further than you know, always getting that immediate yes. So number 7, I'm just going to take a sip of water here. And again, if you're just joining us late, you can go to katebeeders.com, info25DD, download your own copy. You can be like me and actually get it professionally laminated, because Michelle did a beautiful job making it so pretty. So number 7 is research is needed. So what I mean by that is that know who you're talking to. So for example, when I have a conversation with someone, I check out their website, I check them out on social media, I look to see what they're posting about. I can't tell you how many times I've had people, again, being on the other side, I'll be like, did you see my website? Well, no. What, we connected on social media? Well, no. Then how do you even know that you're the right person to provide a solution for me? I mean, seriously, when you guys think about it, does that resonate? And I don't mean you have to always spend 20 hours. But sometimes, you know, maybe you spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes, so at least you get who that person is, what their priorities are, what they're always posting about, you know, all that kind of stuff. Are they really super political? Are they like me, where they post a lot of stuff about their dog? You know, like Callie, I post a lot about her. You know, what matters to them? Oh, good, I'm seeing some more hearts, because again, you create that connection. They get it, right? You don't have to know their whole life, but if you understand a couple of things about them, that'll help make a difference for them. So number 8 is use a CRM. And so CRM is a customer relation management tool. And these are awesome. There's one that I use. It's by Less Annoying CRM. And later when I finish, I'll go back and I'll put the URL on there. It's awesome. I recommend it to all my clients because, honest to goodness, it's so easy. Whether you're techie, not techie, it doesn't matter. You can figure it out in 5 minutes. I think they even give you a free lesson how to do it. They give you a free first month, and after that, I think they charge you $10. I love it. I've used, when I was in corporate, used these big expansive ones, and they were complicated. As a result, I never used them. When I first started my business, I probably had about, okay, I'm going to be embarrassed to admit this, but I probably had about 10 shoe boxes of business cards. Does anyone else have boxes of business cards here? Any likes, hearts from all this networking I did, right? They just had boxes and boxes, and I'd rubber band them, and I'd say, well, this is from this networking thing, and this is from that networking thing. And at a certain point, I just lost it all. It was so confusing. And I thought the only CRMs were these really, really super complicated ones. And, you know, like I said, the ones I used in corporate that were expensive and difficult and training and all this stuff. This one I love, honest to goodness, 5-10 minutes max. You will be an expert in it. It's so easy to use. Like I said, I'll go back later on when this is done. I'll give you guys the URL if you want it. Like, they even give you a free month, but honest to goodness, every time I go out and network somewhere, out someplace, everybody's name goes in there. It takes me minutes, not hours, keeps me organized, and all that kind of stuff. So super, super critical to use the CRM. And again, if you're coming up with any questions, please post them. And when I finish all the do's, I'll circle back around and answer your questions. So the number 9 is ask for the sale. So many people, right? You do this great job, you're making this connection and it's awesome and love, all this love stuff and all this kind of thing. And it's great. But if you ask the person to like work with you or buy your programs or products or services, most people often will kind of chicken out. Okay, you got so far and then you just like stop yourself. So what I want to just share with you, I'm just going to take a minute now, if that's okay, is I dive in really deep to the whole conversation that you say to somebody, what you say, when you say, why you say it, at conversations to clientslive.com. And I'm actually just going to put the URL in there right now, just so you guys have it. Oops, there you go. Okay, so at this event, I dive in really deep because there's so many parts and pieces to this. And what I share at this is I share, first of all, helping you get comfortable with the whole sales process, because I understand most of you aren't, and that's because of what you were taught as a child, what you observed, what you heard your parents say, what you might have learned in school or didn't learn in school. So the first part is really helping you get comfortable with it and understand, so why is this important? What is it that you want to achieve? You're here, what's the ultimate goal? Why do you want to do this? Maybe it's you want a house by the beach. Maybe you want to take some of the weight off of your partner always supporting the family. Maybe to do more to your kids, maybe to pay down debt, maybe do something for your parents, vacations, retire. What's your driving force? Because you have to get clear on your big why. The next thing you do is I teach you the sales formula and understanding how to do things, so that way when something pops up, an opportunity, or something cool, or could be an emergency, whatever, that you don't go into a fear-based mode, that instead you're able to understand what do you have to do to bring in that money. And it just makes it nice and easy. It's a nice, easy process that I teach you. I also give you the script. I teach you what I say. Now, I'm not looking for you guys to be mini me's, right? I'm looking for you guys to be you. So I teach you, what I'm teaching you is the flow. So it's nice and fluid, that you're connecting. It becomes very conversational, feels very authentic. I teach you what to say. I teach you why you're saying it, so you understand, and therefore it becomes a really, really important, powerful conversation, as opposed to buy my stuff. That there's this reasoning behind it, and allows you to be comfortable. And when you become more comfortable, you're more confident, and you're more likely to get a yes. I also teach you how to overcome objections, because let's face it, you're going to get the money. Money one always pops up. It's too much. You're going to get the time. Oh, it's not the right time. You're going to also get, I got to ask somebody. And then the big one, of course, can you help me? So all these objections are going to pop up. So I'm going to teach you how to overcome them. So when you hear these objections, it isn't like you get thrown off and get off your game. Instead, you're just like, okay, let's take that answer. Let's take that question. Let me respond to that. I'm also going to talk about how to deal with rejection, because I'd love to be able to tell you that everybody you speak to is going to say, yes, 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 yes. It's just not going to happen. Not everybody. And so how do you deal with the rejection so it doesn't throw you off your game? And what you find out, that this is a very transformational event. I do a lot of mindset work. So there's a lot of tapping as we go along, a lot of laws of attraction. And if you've never tapped before, it's probably the most powerful mindset technique there is out there to help you release your fears, your doubts, your old stories, your self-image, all these things, and shift it to a more powerful place. Pulling in laws of attraction, and I'm also pulling in neuroscience again. So you'll see all that, and the idea is that when you leave there, it isn't like some of these events that you might have gone to where you get this big, huge, heavy notebook full of notes, and that's great. It's like, whoa, look what I accomplished. But then you go home and you never open it. Instead, you're actually transforming as you go along. And does that resonate? Anyone ever been to something where you just get all this great stuff, but you never learn how to impact, how to pull it in? Also, you're going to learn how to stop feeling like a fake, and that's really becoming comfortable with the magic price point. So what that means is that, have you ever heard someone that they're doing a really great job explaining about their services or their product, whatever, and all of a sudden it comes to talking about the price, and their voice all of a sudden goes, and it's $400. They get the really high squeaky voice, or they say it really fast. It's because they're not aligned with the number. They feel like, oh my God, who would ever pay me that much money? I can't believe it. And usually before it comes out of their mouth, they'll say, but I'll give you a discount. So it's like, well, they're just so not aligned with it. So let's change all that. You're also going to learn how to charge what you're worth, because too many of you are giving it away. I used to give it away. You don't need to give it away. You can own your value, and I want to teach that to you. So all these things about helping you have the transformation. And again, oops, my dog wants to go down. Oops, come here, Callie. Oops, Callie's going to say goodbye to everybody. She's going to go down. Again, you want to go to conversations2clientslive.com. Go ahead, register. There's special pricing. Pricing goes away soon. The event is filling up fast. So go ahead and register, because that's when I'll be able to dive in really deep into this whole topic. All right, so let me have some water, and we're going to go on back on with the rest of the do's. And again, any questions, please go ahead and post them. Thank you, Kiana. Yes, laws of attraction. If you're able to come to my event, you'll hear the stories upon stories about how laws of attraction works. It's all the things. You got to have both. You got to have the marketing strategies, and you got to have the mindset piece. The two, when I put the two together and teach my clients how to use them, they skyrocket. Read my testimonials. It's just amazing what happens. Okay, so number 10, and again, if you're just joining us, you can go to, I'll make sure I'm giving you the right URL. You can go to katebeeders.com/info25DD. So that's katebeeders.com/info25DD. Download your own copy of this, and you can be like me, and because it's so beautiful, and get it laminated. Have it forever. Okay, so number 9, we were talking about, or number 10 rather, get their payment. So this is huge. So many people tell me like, oh yeah, I got a client. And I'll be like, that's great. How'd they pay you? Oh, well, they haven't paid me yet. They're going to call me next week and give me a credit card. Or they're going to send me a check later this month. It's like, no, you don't have a payment yet. You do not have the sale. So it's learning to be able to ask for that money, whether it's cash, check, charge, however they're paying, maybe they're giving you pennies, however they're paying you, but being able to ask for that money in a really comfortable thing, and not just get off the phone with like, okay, they're going to send me a payment sometime, because that's not really officially a sale. So again, it's just resonating, likes, hearts, all sorts of stuff. Thank you guys. So number 11 is to focus on the benefits. Okay. So what I hear very often people do is they focus on all the features. And I used to do this in my business, that I would say, well, tapping, because tapping was a big part of my business, and it still is. And I tell you all about what tapping does, and where it came from, and how it was created, and how it works. And then we're going to have X amount of sessions that last this long, and da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. You don't need to know that stuff. You don't need to tell the other person that stuff. All the person really cares about is how's it going to help them. Right? I mean, I could tell you at my event, hey, you're going to have a beautiful buffet lunch both days. I feed you. It comes included with your ticket. Homemade potato chips. Seriously, have you ever had homemade potato chips? Awesome. They rock. Place is gorgeous. There's this lake there. You see black swans. You see white swans swimming. Beautifully. Go outside. I'm known for attracting the best community. I mean, I can tell you lots of stuff like that, but what you really, really want to know is like, if I take 2 days off, is she going to help me? That's what you care about. You don't care about all the little other stuff. So that's why you want to focus on the benefits, not the features. Okay? Can I get some likes and hearts? Is that resonating? Now, the last piece is, for number 12, is have a follow-up strategy in place. So what that means is very often somebody will say to you, I need to think about it. I need to ask somebody. I need to, I have one client who told me, I don't have something here to use. She actually had a pendulum, and she said she needed to go up to her room, because this was actually at a hotel venue. I was a sponsor there. She said she had to take her pendulum up in her hotel room and swing it. And if it went, I was either horizontal was yes or vertical was yes. One way was yes, one way was no. And she had to go up to her room. And then, if it came back with a yes, then she would sign up. So I had to have a follow-up strategy so this woman just wouldn't like vanish into thin air with the hundreds of people there. Now, good news is I did have a follow-up strategy. Good news is she did say yes. We worked together for about a year, which was great. So you've got to have a follow-up strategy for people to say yes, because they may need to. Not everyone makes decisions the same way. They may need to think about it. They may need to focus in on it. They may need to swing their pendulum, whatever the heck it is. They may need to do that. So if you just say, okay, that's fine, call me, call me whenever you're ready. Who's ever going to call you? I mean, honestly, nobody. So that's really, really important to know. All right. So I want to see what questions we have. And oh, and Kiana, I see, yep, Kellyanna wrote, I've learned the lesson of giving something away free really well. People never appreciate it. They never, ever appreciate it. And in fact, in my coaching program, that's really the only rule is that they can't do trades and all that kind of stuff. They're not allowed to. That's like the only rule, because I want them to understand their value. And Kristen's writing, yep, Kristen loves her pendulum. That's right. So see, some people make their decision that way. Some people just are quick, instant, yep, I'm going to do it. And other people need to think. Some people need to kind of ground and breathe. I mean, everybody's got their own way. Somebody might need to go to my website, for example, and want to read all the success stories. I've got a zillion pages up there and see, like, can Kate really help me? You know, I mean, everybody's different. Okay, so what questions do you have? I saw there was one for Gina, and I want to just bounce back to there. And again, I do want to invite everybody, please, if this feels right, if you want to learn more, I promise you, you'll walk with amazing amazing content. You're going to have transformations right there. You're going to learn how to master the enrollment process because you're going to be comfortable. You're going to rock it. More people say yes. That means you are able to live a bigger life. You're able to show up in your brilliance and do whatever the heck you want with that money. Spend it, save it, give it away, whatever the heck it is, but you're making a bigger impact. And that's why we're all here. So that's conversationstoclientslive.com, where you register, conversationstoclientslive.com. If anyone has any questions, if they're not sure, is this the right thing? You know, should I do it? Is it the right time? Please email my team, info@katebeeders.com. That's info@katebeeders.com. Put your question there. I'm happy to answer, or if you want to even just get on for a quick call, I'm happy to just get on a quick call with you. I want to make sure it's the right thing for you. Because again, being so results oriented, I don't want someone showing up if they're expecting something different. I want them to understand exactly what the event's about, and so that way they're setting themselves up to succeed. Okay, so question from Gina, and again, please post any questions that you guys have. I'm happy to answer. Stand for a few minutes. Oh, one other thing, part 2, the don'ts. So just to show you, these don'ts are going to be, I'm going to be teaching that next Tuesday, same time, same place. So please share this with your friends. And I'm going to go through the don'ts because the don'ts are hugely powerful. And I'll guarantee you're probably doing at least half of them every time you have a conversation with somebody. So Gina wrote a question. What if you're grounded, but they missed their appointment? Okay. So Gina, I'm assuming you're talking about they missed their appointment for a strategy conversation, you know, where you're having like a sales conversation with them. And that happens every now and then. People do miss it. So when I first started my business, I would email that person. I would call that person. I would be like, hey, we got a call. It started 15 minutes ago. Where are you? You know, and then they'd be like, oh, well, I had to drive my kid to this place, or my cat needed to be fed, or whatever the heck they told me, right? That was what they did in the beginning. And I'd be like, okay, well, can you talk now? And, you know, you kind of go through all that. I don't do that anymore, Gina. So what I do now is, since I work primarily with entrepreneurs, and we all know entrepreneurs, our time is our most valuable thing, that if someone doesn't show up, I do send them an email from me to double check that they are okay, because we had set up a time and they're not there. And I just want to make sure that they're okay, you know, that they didn't get hit by a car or a truck. I do not reschedule with them unless they have, say, like, Kate, you know, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, I had to go to the hospital. My appendix was being, you know, emergency appendicitis or something. Then I might reschedule. But if it's just like, oh, well, you know, I had to go drive my kid here or this or that, and they didn't notify me, they're not going to be an ideal client for me, because it shows they don't value our time. So if someone does not notify me, I don't reschedule with them. So I hope that helps answer your question, because it's all about value. I have to value them. They have to value me. And that's how you get the results. If there's no respect, it doesn't happen. So let's see if there are any other questions I wanted to see. So Ashley wrote, let's see. So Ashley wrote, can you bring up, and Terry, I see you've got a question too. I'll go back to that in a sec. Can you bring a potential client back after scaring them? Ashley, can you just define a little bit what you mean by scaring them? Do you mean that, well, actually, I don't want to guess. So will you just write a little bit more about that, and I'll come back to you in a minute. Terry, the URL, if this is what you're looking for, It's katebeeders.com/info 25DD. Michelle just put it up there too, Michelle O'Neill. So if you just go there, you just put your name and email, and then you're able to download this. And I laminated it, so you won't, obviously downloading, you don't get a laminated copy, but I just thought Michelle made it look so beautiful that it was worth saving, so I brought it to Staples. Yep, okay, Michelle answered that for you. Ashley, if you just want to put, can you give me a little bit more information about that, and I can answer for you? Gina, you wrote, that makes sense. She rescheduled twice, missed twice, and then requested a third time. Yeah, see, somebody like that, they don't value it. They really, really don't. They might think they do, but they don't. And the thing is, honestly, I understand stuff happens. But to me, I look at it, if something happens, like let's say you really and truly had to go pick your kid up at school because they didn't have a ride. Well, email me. Email me and say, hey, Kate, I know we have a call in an hour. I just found out my kid doesn't have a ride. I can't leave my kid at school. I have to pick him up. I'm so sorry to cancel last minute. Could we please reschedule? Well, then you're showing value. But if you don't show up and you tell me later on, and if someone does it a couple of times, Gina, bless them, give them to the universe. Okay, so Ashley, not doing the do's and probably half the don'ts. Well, first of all, Ashley, I do, because I love you, Ashley. I just met Ashley, and Ashley's awesome. So Ashley, I am hoping you're coming to my event in June. I hope you are, because you're awesome, and that'll give more people an opportunity to know you. So what you can do is, if you really feel like that, maybe you kind of messed it up, you can always reach out to that person and by phone or by email, however you feel more comfortable, and just be honest. Say, look, I really feel like we had this great conversation. I really want to help you, and I just felt like I wasn't on my A game, that I just was not paying enough attention to you, and I'd really love another opportunity to talk more about what your needs are. So, would something like that help you? And then kind of go back into that and come to the event. We feed you. So any other questions? And please share this. I think this was a really important, powerful training. Part 2 is going to be next Tuesday, same time, same place, where I'm going to dive into the don'ts. Okay, because the don'ts you got to know too. I'm going to be explaining all that for you. And also, I had a bonus here. Don't automatically make the offer, and I'll talk more about that next time. But a lot of people sit there and go, hey, I got a live one. I'm going to automatically tell them to buy my program, products, or service. No. And that I'm going to share with you at the event why not to do it. Okay? Because you can really screw yourself up that way. So any other questions before we go? Was this helpful? Can you guys share? Was this helpful? Did you guys learn something? Kiana, I would love for you to come. I mean, I'm so excited. You're rocking and rolling, and I would love to have you come and join us in Wellesley. It's an amazing experience. And one thing I do want to share, and this is just really important, is that I understand as entrepreneurs, we're all busy, and it's hard often to sit there and say, I'm going to take 2 days off. So here's a mistake entrepreneurs make, and I want to share this to you. It's not really about sales, but it's just really about growing your business, is that we spend too much time working in our business and not on our business. And when you work in, you go day to day to day, and all of a sudden you turn around 10 years later, and your business isn't what you really wanted. It's so critical to be able to take time away, to be able to give yourself that space and that time, be around other like-minded people, and say, so what do I really want to create here? What do I really want to create? Even if you're getting clients, are these the right type of clients? Am I working the way I want? Am I working with the people I want? Am I charging the right amount of money? All those things, you need that space. You can't take it when you're just going day to day to day to day to day, okay? So let's see. Oh, absolutely, Terry. Yeah, and Terry, they're all on this, the do's and don'ts. You'll just miss my live teaching. But I hope you can, Terry, I hope you're able to come to Conversations to Clients Live in June. Like I said, I dive in deep, and it's an amazing experience. So I just want to see any other questions before I go. So was this helpful? People are going to start doing some things differently. And actually, what's really cool, if you guys want, is share with me next week. Oh, the event. Yep, let me just put the event here for you, Kiana. Oops. Oh, yeah, I got it there. Okay. Also, you'll notice the event. I do have special pricing. It's normally $1,000. Well, $997. I have special pricing for a little bit longer, so it's about 50% off. It's $497. There's also a to-pay to make it easy. And once you register, you also get a link. You can bring a friend for a very special price. So I hope you come because we're filling up. I'd love to have you guys there. Ashley, you said you can't get to the download. Michelle posted Michelle, if you're still there, can you post the 25 DD again? Oh, good. Thank you guys for the hearts. You guys were awesome. This is like so fun and so exciting. You can see, so imagine me like this for 2 days. Oh, you're very welcome, Kiana. It was lovely having you here. And let's see. I don't know if Michelle's putting the URL. Let's see, I'll do this. Ashley, that's the URL. Yes. Oh, Ashley, if you put your name and email in, you'll get it. You'll get an automatic email from us, and that will say, oops, and that. Oh, I have the wrong number here. That's wrong. Let me take this down. I put the wrong number in here. Let me delete that. Once you put your name and email in, it'll send you you'll get an email within a minute that has the download for it. So everyone knows. So when you put in, if you go to katebeeders.com/info 25DD, you put your name, your email, and then within about a minute, you'll get an email and all the details. Oh, good, Ashley, you got it. Awesome, awesome. So is everybody good? I think my girl's ready for dinner down there. She's been really, really good because then she's been nice and quiet. So I think it's time for me to feed her, give her some dinner. So this is another sales tip. She's giving me that stare. And can you imagine if you gave your clients that stare? They have no choice but to say, yes, Callie's going to get fed. So, and again, thanks guys for being here. Until we meet again next Tuesday, join me same time for the 25 part 2. We're doing the don'ts. And share with us with your friends and come to my event and join me. You too, Kiana. Bye, everybody. Take care. Oh, you're very, very welcome, Ashley. Bye, everybody.